Howdy, I hope you're having a good day. Silver Trade here again with another video. GameStop is testing out a new AI for its employees. We just had another insider buy some GameStop, and whales are loading up like crazy. And AMC is doing an additional 80 million share offering, but we'll talk about that at the very end. But please remember, none of this is financial advice, we are not financial advisors, and this video is made for entertainment purposes only. The insider who bought for GameStop is Grood James. He bought on June 30th, so yesterday. He purchased 5,575 shares at an average price of $23.71. Some people think, oh, it's only $130,000, that's not very much. The way I see it is he increased his position in GameStop by 23%. And look at Ryan Cohen's most recent purchase back in April. He bought $10 million worth of GameStop and it only increased his position by 1%. Crazy. And I don't know if you've ever used Whale Wisdom, but it is easily one of my favorite websites. Even Roaring Kitty recommends it. You can look up a stock like GameStop, and then it'll show you all of institutional holdings for a certain stock. It looks through the 13G and the 13F filings to see if they've added or if they've dropped some shares. And when you scroll all the way through, there's a few sells here, and there. But the majority of banks and hedge funds have only been adding to their position. Here's BlackRock with their 35 million shares. And before we talk about the AI, somebody found a full Bitcoin in a $33 trading pack that they bought from GameStop. And this isn't the first time that this has happened. You imagine finding $100,000 on a plastic card? Oh my goodness. And so GameStop just rolled out something called Neo, and no, it's not from the Matrix. It's an AI tool that helps store employees get more done faster. Imagine you're working at GameStop, and instead of digging through a binder or calling corporate, you could just ask an AI, hey, do I return a game with no receipt? And then boom, instant answer. And it even watches out for toxic messages in the company's chat. It's kind of like GameStop's version of Jarvis, but for retail workers, the employees. More efficiency, less chaos. Very impressive. They're testing it out in over 3,000 of GameStop stores, and it's helping train 23,000 employees. GameStop has a partnership with this company called Ubic. Apparently they've had that partnership since back in 2023. GameStop reports a 98% accuracy and up to 70% drop in associate support tickets, which means employees needing additional help. They had a 70% drop in that with this new AI. And in my last video, we talked about how every one new subscriber until we reach episode 200 will be $1 donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And I gotta say, thank you guys so much. We are now at 21 subs since the challenge started, and our goal is to reach 500 before episode 200. So if you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. And Nintendo has now sold over 5 million Nintendo Switch 2 consoles worldwide. Over 5 million units in the first month. That's not breaking the record, that is shattering the record. And if you're frequently on X, you should definitely check out Shaking Pika. He has some of the best GameStop news out there. He recently posted, GameStop posted a new open position for a senior manager of global treasury today. Basically somebody who handles their cash. And GameStop on the chart is still looking great. Yes, we pulled back 3% coming down to 23.68, but as long as we hold above 23.63, we're looking good. In after hours, we're at 23.78, so it seems like we're bouncing off of that resistance, which is great to see. On the daily chart, we have a bullish RSI divergence after bouncing off the 500-day moving average, and with the RSI working its way up, and the MACD is about to bullishly cross. Yes, we broke below the 5-day moving average, but I believe this is a fake out. But we'll just have to see how the rest of the week goes. And we'll talk about AMC doing the share offering in just a second, but you might have seen my post earlier where I was talking about MDAI, which is a government-funded AI device with 95% accuracy FDA submission just filed on the 30th and a $54 million microcap. When somebody has severe burns on their body, they go to the hospital and normally ICU. Even if Even though they're in ICU, it'll take doctors 5 to 7 days to decide if that patient needs to have it scrubbed, have it maybe severed, or just let it heal. So that person has to sit there for 5 to 7 days waiting for doctors to decide what the best route would be. This little device that is seeking FDA approval is able to identify burns on a person with 95% accuracy in the first 24 to 48 hours. Spectral AI developed DeepView, which is the little device that looks at burns, a non-invasive AI system that instantly assesses wound severity. In their latest multi-center clinical study, completed in May to June of 2025, DeepView reached 95% accuracy in detecting surgical burn depth. Surgeons, like doctors, only average about 40% accuracy. It also improved detection of non-healing wounds from 61% to 89%. This is real, field-tested technology with applications in emergency rooms, burn centers, military triage, and diabetic care. But remember, FDA approval could take 9 to 12 months. But it has been granted Breakthrough Device designation by the FDA. Breakthrough Device Designation, or BDD, by the FDA means that the device is considered important and innovative enough to potentially save lives or treat serious conditions faster. So the FDA gives it priority review and support to speed things up. And it has received more than $130 million in non-dilutive funding from BARDA, which is apparently very well known, and the U.S. Department of Defense. Over the last 2 days, since it filed for FDA approval, it's ran about 30%, so I might be buying the local top right now, but I really see potential in this. And thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button for me. And now we have to talk about AMC and Adam Aron's post today. Adam Aron said today, "This is enormously good news for AMC. Today, AMC issued a press release with a major announcement that is one of the major important developments in AMC's multi-year effort to fight back from the ravages that COVID prompted in 2020, and its resulting aftermath since, both on the movie theater industry generally and on our company specifically. Today, we announced that AMC has signed a collaborative agreement with some of our most key lenders. If consented to by our term loan lenders through a public consent process being launched today, it will do all of this. Bring more than $220 million into our company's treasury through the issuance of new debt, which can be used to blah, 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 blah." Long story short, AMC is issuing new shares today as part of a debt for equity restructuring. Here's what's happening. AMC agreed to convert $143 million of its 6 to 8% exchangeable notes due in 2030 into about 80 million new common shares immediately. Let's just say AMC has 400 million shares outstanding. They have slightly more than that, but we'll just say right now they have 400 million shares outstanding. They're adding another 80 million new common shares, so that means they're instantly diluting AMC by 20%. And this might not even be the end of it. AMC might dilute even further to generate an additional $194 million soon. Although AMC previously said it wouldn't issue common stock without shareholder approval in 2025, this conversion is happening under a creditor-supported agreement that does not require a vote. This is all part of AMC's broader plan to put more cash on their balance sheet and increase financial security. And that's why the stock took a pullback today. Please don't dislike or say that I'm spreading FUD. I just wanted to show you this. But thank you a million if you made it this far. I hope you found value in this, and God bless you.